Hello and welcome to yet another video. So there's a lot of things going around in the world right now, and because of the advent of the internet and phones and the fact that information is so readily available, there is so much that you can know and so much that you do know, right? There's information that is being fed to you constantly from whichever media source that you like, over news, over Instagram, TikTok, whatever. You know a lot of things, and the number of things that are happening in the world didn't change. It's just that the number of things you know about is now more. And that also means that the number of things that are concerning or that could be concerning to you have also increased, right? It's just that last time when there wasn't as much information, people were ignorant of these things, but now they know. So given that there are so many new things to be worried about and to care about, my question is it possible to care about so many things, right? Is it physically possible or emotionally possible to care? Because look, let's be real, there are things that you care about deeply, right? There are some things that when you hear about it, your heart wrenches and you're like, oh man, that's terrible, I wish that didn't happen, and you feel for them, and maybe sometimes you even want to do something for them, right? But there are also things, I'm willing to bet that there are things that should concern you but don't, right? There are things that you see on social media that they show you, and then like you don't really respond, either you scroll past it or it doesn't really affect you as much. And well, I think that's true for a lot of people, right? So now I move on to the culture of shaming people for not caring. So at least I see that sometimes people get angry when other people don't care about a certain issue that they feel really strongly for, right? Then they say, you have to care, you have to feel sorry, you have to feel bad, and if you don't, you get cancelled or you get looked down on. This applies to major organizations as well, right? If certain organizations don't back a certain cause or something that happens, then they are labeled as uncaring, and people try and boycott that organization, right? Even for churches, churches are feeling increasing pressure to care about everything, right? Every single thing that happens. And that's not to say that the church shouldn't care, but the question is, can the church care? Are they expected to go after every single thing? I mean, okay, let's not talk about the church, let's talk about ourselves as Christians, the capacity as a Christian. Can you truly feel a sense of compassion for every single thing that happens? I'm not so sure that that's possible. And so what do you do about it, right? What do you do about the fact that maybe some things just don't tug at your heartstrings as much as other people say they should, right? And I personally don't think that we can do anything about it. You can try and force compassion, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Then I think the fault lies on the other end, the end that's putting pressure on you to care. And I think that we should just be we shouldn't be as aggressive towards people who don't seem to show as much concern for a certain issue, right? Maybe it's forgivable if it's a small issue. If it's a large issue, like maybe the war, for example, okay, fine. You can scold the person for not caring. But for other issues that maybe aren't as pertinent or not as relevant to the person, just you can't accept them to be as passionate about them as you, or so I would say show grace in terms of how much people care about certain things. You can describe to them what's actually happening, explain to them if you like, but don't cancel them for not caring, because there are just too many things in this world to care about. And yeah, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.